Does fasting cause disordered eating? In this video, I'll talk about my relationship with food and my past history with disordered eating and eating disorders. So I hope you stick around and learn more about it. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. Today I wanted to talk about fasting, emotional eating, and just some of the issues we all have around food, which is basically why I started my channel. So I started fasting in 2019 after my friend Tiffany had told me about it. And I had suffered a long time with eating disorders, disordered eating, and just emotional issues around food. When I was in high school, my junior year of high school, I started binging and purging. I started doing this because I wasn't necessarily overweight. I definitely felt big in my body, but it was more that I just was uncomfortable and I could not get a handle on why I felt so terrible. And I noticed I just wanted to eat all the time. And I felt really bad about that because at the time, it was the late 80s, early 90s, and you were eating small portions. It was the no fat diet craze. Everybody was doing aerobics. And I just wanted to eat a lot of food and felt that that was wrong. And so thus began my binging and purging. Did that until my freshman year in college, and then I stopped doing that because I was too lazy to go to the bathroom in my dorm. So I basically just started eating pints of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, beer, the hamburgers and the crappy food they serve you in the cafeteria at college, and I gained a significant amount of weight. And I knew that I didn't want to go back to binging and purging. So I had always been an exerciser. I knew that when I would exercise, weight would come off. My body really responds well to that. So guess what I did? I started over exercising. So I was running, I was going to aerobics in college, I would go to the gym with my friends to lift weights. I was pretty much working out all the time, and I could maintain my weight by doing that and eat really whatever I wanted. Now I was really young too. I was in my early 20s and this worked for me. Unfortunately, I continued doing this up until probably 5 years ago, and I'm 48 years old now. That really became the thing that I used to maintain my weight because my body responds well to exercise. I also really started dabbling in different ways of eating, right? So think about it, in the last 15 years, keto, paleo, dairy-free, gluten-free, high fat, low carb, no bread, some bread, carb cycling, seed cycling, like all these stupid things that I was doing. And nothing really worked. They work for some people and some people feel great on them, and that is terrific. And that's why it's great we have so many options. But for me, it did nothing, and it didn't curb my problems that I had with the feelings I had in my body or my relationship with food. And so it wasn't until 2019, like I said, that my friend Tiffany told me about fasting, that I really started to feel better. And I follow Jen Stevens' approach to fasting. She has a clean fasting approach. So basically when you start fasting, when you are fasting, you have nothing but black coffee, plain water, plain green tea. Like you don't add anything. You don't have bone broth. You don't sip fasting teas. You do nothing. And her thinking, and also science behind it, is that this keeps your insulin low, so you're not bringing your levels up and down all day long, which is what was happening to me and why I was hungry all the time and I could not stop eating. And that made me feel very out of control. And so for me, fasting has completely changed my relationship with food, and I needed to start with that first before I focused on changing my diet. And I feel like I've always been a relatively healthy person. I just had a really unhealthy relationship with food. So when I started fasting and I have more confidence now, I understand what it feels like to be hungry or not be hungry. I know I can go a long time without eating and feel amazing. I have more energy, my skin cleared up. I lost 20 pounds when I first started fasting. That had never happened before. And it was effortless. I would fast, it was easy, and then I could eat whatever I want. And for me, being a volume eater, I would start eating at 4 and I could just eat until I closed my window at 8 o'clock at night. And I felt no shame, no guilt. I wasn't worried about what I was putting in my mouth. It completely changed the game for me. Now that I've been doing it for 4 years and I feel great, I don't feel scared anymore about what I'm putting in my mouth. And so that's why I'm doing the starch solution right now, because I know inside I have some healing I need to do and I need to change the way that I eat. So a lot of people will say that fasting causes disordered eating, and it very well might for some people, but it did not for me. In fact, the opposite was true. Trying to eat on special diets really caused disordered eating for me. It wasn't until I started fasting that I was able to heal that. Now, I've also had a lot of therapy and coaching, and I've done a lot of emotional work, which I feel like is really important in your food journey. So if you have not done that, you might think about that. We all use food in different ways. Maybe it's alcohol for you, maybe it's desserts, maybe it's salty snacks. I know for me, chips and salsa was a big one, nuts, things like that that I could just mindlessly pop in my mouth. Fasting taught me how to not do that anymore, as in tandem with the emotional coaching that I received. So I just wanted to pop on here because my channel is new and I haven't done any fasting videos yet. I plan on doing some, but I at least wanted to have this video here for you in case you were interested in fasting. Hence, my name is Fasting Veggie Mama, so you might wonder why I don't have any fasting videos yet. So I'm going to put in the show description Jen Stevens' link to all of her stuff, and also Dr. Jason Fung in case you want to check out her books or his books, podcast, things like that. I'm not affiliated with them. I just am super passionate about it and I want to help as many people as I can. So check those out. And in the meantime, I'm going to start creating some more fasting videos in case you're interested in that, as well as keep doing my 12-week journey on my starch solutions. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you click subscribe, you'll never miss a video. I hope you do that. And let me know in the comments if there's anything specifically about fasting that you're interested in, or even my 12-week journey on my starch solution. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you